Political support that is bought with money, that does not come naturally, is a problematic political support. You will always face a threat of actually that support being withdrawn, because especially if you do not meet the demands of those supporters. And in order to keep it, you have to keep on making promises. Sometimes it's hard to fulfill these promises. This is what ZANU PF finds itself at. There are many who were promised things by ZANU PF officials, but these things did not come through, including those who actually sold their souls, who are pastors, to the evil ZANU PF party. Already they are crying at the moment. So there is one of the leaders of the so-called Vapostori4ED, that is Matsibaba Moses Kwasira, has urged President Emerson Mnangagwa to instruct government officials and ZANU PF party members not to make false promises to members of the Johane Masowe Echishanu Church, warning that this could cause them to lose support for the party. He also praised Chibayo for always keeping his promises. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Tonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Let's listen to this Matsibaba as he was speaking.
Atina namwe mabasi, atina namwe yozokudya aiwa mtumwa watakapuwa na Mwari, watakapuwa nemi Madzibaba wikineo anopedza namwe idzodzo. Tine vamwe mapolitician anonyeba chef kunyepera vanhu venyu vakaungana kuya vasinganyari. Isusu haabodo vanonyeba atipi. Ukanyepera mupostori waita kuti mupostori avenge ZANU PF, avenge president. Baba wikineo vakati ndiri kukupa hama, vanotokupa. Vakandiri kukupa chakati vanotokupa. Saka tiri kuti mapolitician enyu mumaraire kwaanenge ari ikoko, kuti kana vachiuya kunoyo nguo chena, kana vasina zvekutipa ngavanyarara vangoti Mwari ngaanamatwe. Ndoshoko ratiri kuti muvaudze vabve vazvigura. Tenda izvo president.
So one thing that comes out loudly and clear from this relationship between this particular notorious church as well as also ZANU PF is money. That is the glue that keeps this relationship alive. It is not because they are supporting this political party from their heart. These are hungry people who see religion as a way of making money, and that is why they have the numbers, and in order for them to give these numbers, unsustainable numbers, by the way, if you look at how many people Wicknell Chibayo has donated buses to this church, but it is not sufficient to actually be enough for all of them, to ferry them, especially to their activities. For example, they had to, now with this event that is taking place in Harare, where Emerson Mnangagwa is also in attendance, as well as also the Harare mayor of the pseudo opposition, which is almost technically ZANU PF, and I think post his mayorship, he would not form any or be part of any opposition political party. Rather, he will actually safely join ZANU PF, because nobody from the opposition circles will trust such a tainted and untrustworthy man like Jacob Mafume, the man who is busy being used by ZANU PF to demolish the houses of the people. These houses that are demolished in Harare, remember, it is Jacob Mafume's council that gave them the papers. It's not that people just decided to go and build their fancy houses in those areas. They were given papers, they were given title deeds. But guess what? The same council now has changed. Typically, what ZANU PF is, anyone in Zimbabwe is not safe as long as ZANU PF is in charge. There is no security of tenure. Even in rural areas, they are moving to rural areas, meddling in the rural areas, threatening to demolish homes of the. I mean, where will Zimbabwe go? Zimbabweans go if you are demolishing their houses in rural areas. This is a party without a shame. So, no one can voluntarily, I can tell you in Zimbabwe, no one can voluntarily support ZANU PF. I remember in Bulawayo, in order for their MP to win the constituency that was occupied by Desire Moyo, they had to buy food and say, go and vote. If you come with a picture that you voted for a ZANU PF candidate, you get a 10 kg millimeter, that someone will eat it for just few days, and afterwards your situation would be back to normal. That's how they got votes. In Bulawayo, ZANU PF will never be supported, or people will never attend. You see, Vapostori is actually attending the events that is being attended by Mnangagwa today in Harare. Mnangagwa supported them with food, supported them with transport. Don't ever think that is the money that comes from ZANU PF. No, they use schools, buses were taken, drivers from schools used to fetch these Vapostories. And they even openly speak about it. These are people, and even you hear the leader of this church speaking in such a manner, because you know, money that you obtain it through evil, it always disappears so fast. So the money has already disappeared. That's why now they are going to the books to check. If you were a very pompous ZANU PF actually official and you happen to have promised them something, they are checking in the books whether so and so did. They forget that also Wicknell Tivayo that is paying them, it's not his money. They praise him, but it is not his. Even himself, he has acknowledged that the money that I give you, the money that I pay you is from ZANU PF. There is no business that is done by Wicknell Chival. He gets these monies. There are records. I think Blessed Keza was at pain trying to read out how much money he withdraws from the state bank, from the reserve bank on a daily basis. Wicknell Chivayo, in order to, that's why the budget within a very short space of time that was supposed to last for a year, that budget already has diminished, because these people use the hard-earned money from the people of Zimbabwe to sustain their support. That's why when it comes to development, it's development that is cooked. Figures are cooked. And they will tell you that there is money in Zimbabwe. There is no money that circulates in the streets of Zimbabwe, because everything they claim is development. It's fake. Just their support is fake. Also, their leadership is fake. And that is why people should stand up and defend themselves against these thugs. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Also, to remember to support my album, which I released recently. I'll be putting the link on the comment section. I just ask you to just listen to one of the songs and then comment about what triggered you after listening to it. Okanqubo Mhlabane is signing out. The album is entitled Kuzodlula by yours truly, Hloniphani Ncube. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast. Definitely, as I am.